never talked about this other story, and which I did find mildly interesting, being somewhat of a fan of the rap battle world. I had not heard about this, but there is this interesting story coming out of Canada where popular battle rapper, white battle rapper Pat Stay was murdered, stabbed to death by white assailant Adam Drake. And to Hassan Campbell's point, all of the discussion around the pathology and rap and hip hop and this and that seems to have avoided this particular story. And I found it interesting, and that was that. So I think we at BPM really do need to be, supportive of this great concern of white on white crime, whether it's Russia versus Ukraine or Adam Drake versus Pat Stay. This is a major problem. Like we have to help these folks out. So white folks, be better to each other.
Yeah. Now, of course, when I saw Drake, I thought in Canada, my first
right,
that white rapper, that
not
half white
rapper. No, the full white rapper Pat Stay was killed by the apparently fully white Adam Drake, who I don't know is a rapper, but
what's the story behind this? Like, where in Canada does this happen? I'm assuming Toronto.
Halifax.
Halifax. God damn, they banging in Halifax. Let's go.
And this is actually this guy's second charge of first-degree murder. So apparently, back in 2016, he was charged with a shooting. Police have charged a man in the death of popular Dartmouth battle rapper Patrick Wayne Stay last week in Halifax. And Pat Stay was good. I mean, be honest, if you watch battle rap, I mean, he was skillful. He had talent. Investigators arrested 31-year-old Adam Drake in Tantallon on Saturday and released his name on Sunday. He is scheduled to appear in court in Halifax on Monday to face a charge of first-degree murder. Previously, Drake faced first-degree murder charge for the November 21st, 2016 shooting death of Tyler Ronald Joseph Kaiser at the corner of Gottingen and Falcon Streets. However, the charge was withdrawn.
Are they doing drive-bys?
It's
Halifax.
Wait a minute, though.
It's
they
a
all
rough
look alike.
world
Is this
out
the
here.
dead one, or this is the alive one? Which one is this?
This is the murdered rapper Pat
Oh,
Stay,
my bad.
and his assailant is this one.
Oh, I can't do this. It's almost
They
like
look
this-
very
Not all
similar.
white people look
Makes
alike.
sense.
Stop it. Stop with your racisms.
Maybe not all, but them two, yeah.
Yeah, them two. Yeah. They,
But anyway, Halifax is in Nova Scotia. Do I have that right? I don't know my Canadian provinces all that well.
you know what? Don't get me to lying either. I don't.
Nova Scotia is where a lot of Negroes are. A lot of Black people, once they made it over into Canada, they settled in Nova Scotia.
He was
That's just a
apparently
fun
on the dance floor when he was stabbed.
Damn.
On a dance? Did he make a bad move? What the fuck?
He was attacked inside the Yacht Club social bar on Lower Water Street. Witnesses who were at the scene later that day told reporters that he was on the dance floor when he was stabbed.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, this
Did he
is sad
step on the
news.
Sneakers or some shit? What happened? That
It's
classic
beef,
white
man.
shit?
I don't know what the background is. I don't know any of the details. I only know of Pat Stay from just being I guess I don't know, somewhat casual battle rap enthusiast. But I don't, and I get it, Kim. To your point, you're right. I'm not entirely meaning to be flippant with this man's death, but I do think Hassan Campbell raises an interesting point in terms of how people report and are happy to talk about all of the Black death, and particularly when Black people are killing Black people. But these stories, and even within the context of hip hop reporting, don't seem to get as much coverage. So anyway,
But I think that broadens out, right? I mean,
Right.
what every mass shooter that has been white who has been apprehended alive after murdering people, you know what I mean? It's the infantilization of white folks, but specifically white men. Like they almost can't be responsible for their actions. They didn't know better. They were
Right.
mentally ill. There was all kinds of shit happening. They had a hangnail or whatever the fuck caused them to kill people. All the excuses get trotted out. So to me, like minimizing this white on white instance of violence is a further example of that. Like how so many will defend January 6th insurrection as just protesters. Like I'm thinking of Jack Del Rio from the Washington Commanders. It was just a little dust up at the Capitol. You know what I'm saying? The white men just came and turned up just a little bit. No need to make a big deal out of it.
And
It's not like
apparently they
these
sneak,
niggas out here burning down Safeways and shit. You know what I'm saying?
and,
Or the
and
terrorist
apparently,
actions
I'm
and
sorry.
oh, no, I was going to say, and all the terrorist actions committed by white boys they never get like they're going to get the surveillance on them. There's never running into white neighborhoods, arresting all the white cats that they see, shaking them down, looking for leads. You know, I mean, that's what white supremacy is all about. And for them, everything is individualized, and for us, everything is grouped. So
Just like this story, I think you reported on it last week on the Remix Kamau about the Oath Keepers, 38,000 members of the Oath Keepers. They examined their membership rolls and found that there were hundreds of members of the military, of law enforcement, of elected officials. And how come the Oath Keepers are not designated a domestic terrorist organization? Because it's white. Because it's white. It is the whites.
The whites.